What's up, everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about children with borderline personality disorder and 5 signs that you are dealing with a kid who potentially has borderline personality disorder. And my argument for the whole kids not being diagnosed thing, I really think they need to diagnose a lot earlier because interventions are best done when a child's brain is still forming around experiences. And so, if you can start treatments a lot earlier, wouldn't that make much more sense? I mean, think about it. Children can learn new languages a lot faster than an adult can. So, the same thing applies to children, and something as difficult, demeaning, upsetting, as cruel as borderline personality disorder can be, why wouldn't you want to diagnose faster so that you could try to intervene and help that person to be a better, healthier, more stable adult? But we have to wait until they're much older and out of adolescence. That doesn't make any sense. And if you've ever worked with a lot of children, you can see borderline traits in them at a very young age. They start acting out very early, and when you compare them to other children, they stand out. But for the sake of this video, let's picture a kid that's about age 10 or 11 years old. Let's say they're in about the 5th grade. It starts to become very clear. Number one, you're gonna see rage. If they're having outbursts, I'm talking kicking computers down the hallway, throwing their fists into walls, banging their heads, picking up desks and throwing them, throwing books, having huge tantrums, yelling, screaming, talking back. And it's usually at a point when you're trying to separate them from friends or isolate them, something that's going to trigger the abandonment fears. They're going to really act out. The second thing you're going to see is boredom, chronic boredom. We see boredom in a lot of kids these days because all they want to do is play on video games, and all their schools want to do is test them. So that creates a level of boredom in many children because you're not stimulating them like they need to be stimulated, right? But these kids are going to have chronic boredom to the point where their attention spans can't be held for very long, more than 5 or 10 minutes. You're trying to, and especially think about school where you have to concentrate, you have to be able to focus. They may get excited about something and then they're not going to be able to finish it, or they're already ready. Can we go play basketball? Can we go play football? Can I go play a game? Can I do something fun? And I'm talking about to an extreme degree because most kids can buckle down and get through assignments and do their schoolwork. These kids, they're going to have great difficulty with that because they are chronically bored. It is a sense of emptiness, like I need to be doing something overstimulating because I feel hollow inside and I don't know what this feeling is, but it feels like I'm bored to tears. But even when you do something with them that's fun, or connect with another kid, or do something that they say they're going to enjoy, it may not last very long. So all they want to do is play and be overstimulated and talk and connect and communicate. That's all they want to do. When they're left with their own thoughts or to complete an assignment, you're going to have some outbursts. Number 3, you may see some paranoia. And I'll give you an example of that. I was working with a girl who thought someone was trying to poison her, which made no sense. But she wanted to know, was this candy, is it just being given to me? Or is it being given to a group of people, other kids? Because I can only eat candy that's being given to huge groups of people. That way I know you're not trying to poison me. Just the paranoia, and that goes into distrust. There were abandonment issues in some of these kids. They didn't connect, they didn't bond, their parents are missing, they're in and out. And so they have great difficulty trusting people to the point of paranoia. All of them will not show this, but some of them will. If you see this, it's a clue that the kid could have borderline personality disorder. Number 4, they're going to engage in some type of acting out type of thing. For example, you have a kid that steals all the time, or maybe they like watching fires, I don't know, or setting fires or lighting matches. That could be a clue that you're dealing with a kid who has borderline personality disorder. They just have this urge to do something to the extreme. And number 5, they're going to have great difficulty with social skills, whether it's people in authority like their teachers or other friends. They're going to have those turbulent relationships that are all over the place. One minute we're friends, the next we're not. They're going to be lacking in social skills to an extreme degree, like they may make fun of everybody or call people names or say things that are just totally inappropriate and wonder why nobody wants to be around them. Now, on the flip side of that, some borderline children are extremely popular. They already know how to pull people in, connect with lots of people. They're gonna want to really engage and be extremely extroverted and make those connections, just like adult borderlines can make a lot of. It's like building a shelf. I always have someone to reach for in case I feel empty or abandoned. These kids also usually have, not always, some of them have something very unique about their personality, like that's very different. It almost feels like they're branding themselves because they're trying to create some sort of an identity, or it could be an acting out behavior. I know a kid that I thought was potentially a borderline, and he had all these sound effects and he would change voices all the time. He would go into super high pitch, like, how do you even make that sound when you're talking? He would talk in different voices and just had all of these quirks. A lot of borderlines have over the top big personalities that really draw people in, and that there's something different. It's not cookie cutter about their personality. So check out my playlist on borderlines on my channel. Make sure you subscribe. I know a lot about borderlines, and I think I can help you to deepen your understanding of them as well. And I also wrote a book called The Workplace NaRCISSiST, which explores all things about a specific type of narcissist that you can get into a romantic relationship with. And I talk about strategies and just looking at them from different angles. It's so important that we learn to do that because we're surrounded by these people. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.